So this is what I'm doing with the end of my garden veggies. I'm going to make a big salsa pasta sauce, kind of like a chunky sauce, but if you wanted to eat it with chips or on baked potatoes or put it in a American chop suey, that's what you can do. I've already started. I'm cooking it off in my big cooker. The old man bought this for me for Christmas a couple years ago, and oh my God, it's become my favorite. I've cut up about 40 of this size tomatoes. I don't have a recipe. I just put what I put in it. And I've got them on, and I chop some celery and some onions up really fine and have them in there started too. I'll let that cook for a couple of hours, get it cooked down. I'll chop the rest of it all up and add it to it until this is really full. And then I'm going to cook this for, gosh, I really don't have a time on it. I cook it until it's done to the consistency that I want. I don't want it to be real watery. I want it to be thicker. I'm going to use an immersing blender in it at this point too. After these cook for another hour or two, I'll turn these so that they're all chopped up and smooth, and then I'll turn around and chop the others up and put them in there and let them cook in it, and those will be more chunky when it's all done. All right, as it progresses, I'll come back. It'll be a little while, but you won't feel it because of the miracle of video. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great day. My day's full of veggies. That's what I'm doing, but this is yummy and well worth it. And if you don't grow your own garden, you can still make this. Tons of farm stands and stuff at this time of the year always have bulk vegetables for sale, and a lot of your neighbors, they don't want this stuff. You contact them, and if you go over and clean their garden out, they'll let you have it, and it's phenomenal the amount of veggies that you can get. All right, I'll come back when I'm progressed on a little here. Hey guys, so I've started the process of adding the other tomatoes. I cut up some more peppers, sweet peppers, bell peppers. I haven't put onion in yet. I'll put that in like the last hour. But I wanted to show you what I do with the second batch of tomatoes. I don't put them in whole like I do the first batch, or quartered up, and I remove the insides of them. That cuts down on the wateriness. I don't have to worry about that. And when I add the first batch back into it, it's going to be awesome. It's wonderful. All right, I just wanted to show you because I wasn't sure how I said it. It's kind of a wing it video here. Sorry. I still have quite a few tomatoes to do. Once I get them all done and I get the pot all filled back up, I'll let that cook for probably 2-3 hours until I get the consistency I want. And then I'll start jarring it up and canning it off. I'll come back and show you how that's going. Hi guys. So instead of using the emulser, I am using the Bullet. And this is what I'm down to in the pot right now. I'm going to turn the heat up on this and let some of the juicy water cook out of it. And then I'm going to add the emulsified veggies back to it. And this is what I have. Isn't that beautiful? Wait a minute, I'll get a spoon. Look at how nice that is. Leaving the peels in it adds all the vitamins and flavor to it. And it also, sorry about tapping that spoon. But that sounded good. Surprise! Adds all the vitamins to it, but it also acts as a thickener, a natural thickener. I don't know if you knew that. If not, well, there's a little info. Okay, I'm going to continue on. Hey guys, what a long night. But boy, I got my sauce all done. I ended up with 7 quarts and 6 pints. Oh my God, it smelled so good in here, and it was absolutely delicious. We had a little bit actually ended up with more because we had some with our supper too. The old man and I just couldn't pass it up. We had to have ourselves a nice good soup cup full. Yep, we like to eat it that way, just straight, almost like tomato soup, chunky tomato soup. It's yummy. Well, anyhow, so one thing that did go wrong, though, I have 4 that didn't take, 4 quarts that didn't seal up right, but not a major catastrophe. It's really not a big deal. I'm going to take those and I'm going to dump them in a pot, wash my jars, my covers, my rings, get everything all sterilized, refill it. If I need to add, which I believe I do, because if you look, you can see it's down some. I'm going to add some more sauce, a small jar of sauce to it to bring it back up. And pressure can it again. They'll seal off. I think the problem was is that I had my jars too full. You cannot fill them above this line right here. You want to stay that inch. If you're not staying within that inch, that's where you're going to have your problems, because you only tighten these just lightly. You don't tighten them down like you're screwing the lid on really tight. You want them just finger tight. What it does is that the air that's in the jar, it lifts out of the jar with the heat, and if it's too full, it's also pushing the product that's in it out, which gets stuck on the rim, which causes the seal not to stick. So, my bad. But I'll fix it. It'll all be good. A little more work for me, but worth it in the end. All right. I'm going to put everything in the comments. How I did it. How much time I did. I pressure canned instead of hot water bath. It's my preference because I don't add the amount of sugar and all that to it that people add to preserve it. And I realize that tomatoes are very citric, but I also add a lot of other veggies, a lot of peppers and onions and things like that. So I want to make sure it's going to seal right and it's been cooked enough and there's no anything growing in it that don't belong there. So I do it for 10 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure in my area. You do it whatever way works for you. This is just how I do it. I got to get these jars all cleaned off. I just pulled them all out. Get the ones that I'm going to recan in a pot and get that done. And then it'll all be said and done, and I'm moving on to fish. I get to can 9 pounds of fish today. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're a subscriber, thanks for the subscription. And if you're not, please feel free. Go ahead and click that. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Share, share, share. It helps my channel grow. I appreciate it. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.